I'm Emily Ansel, New York City makeup artist, and this is my lovely model, Claudia. Now we're going to do base on Claudia. First step is skin prep. I'm going to give her some moisturizer. I'm going to use Embryolisse all over Claudia's skin. I'm really going to work it into the skin so that her skin is nice and hydrated for the makeup application. Really working it in gets the blood flowing to the surface. I'm going to start with concealer. So I'm going to use my mixture of CHIC.TV's Ivory and Beige Concealer with my Beauty Blender. And I'm going to use a gentle tapping motion, getting as close to the lash line as possible. Close your eyes. I always like to put the concealer on the lids as well. It primes the lid for eyeshadow application and just evens out the skin all around. I'm going to do the same thing on her other eye. Gently tapping with my Beauty Blender, getting that concealer as close to the lash line as possible. Using a concealer that has a little bit of an orange tone to it, like the beige CHIC.TV does, is always going to brighten up the under eye area if there are any purple or blue circles or anything like that. I'm using concealer and really tapping it into the skin with the Beauty Blender is also going to help prevent it from creasing as much because you're really working it into the skin. I'm going to use a mix of Givenchy's Photo Perfection in number 4 Perfect Vanilla and number 7 Perfect Gold. She's probably mostly going to be Perfect Vanilla, but I might just use a touch of the gold. And I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to just blend this all over Claudia's skin. I just concealed the under eye area, and now I'm coming through with foundation everywhere else. And I prefer to do that because I like to see what areas of the skin I can cover with just foundation. And hopefully I don't need to come back through with any concealer and use it anywhere. I'm adding just a little bit of the foundation on the eye area to blend it all together. Now I'm going to powder her. I'm going to use a loose setting powder with a little bit of a pink tone to it. I'm going to load some up on my brush, and I'm going to tap off the extra. And I'm going to make sure that everything's blended well, that there's no creases. And I'm going to get that powder all around her eye area. I'm going to make sure that that's all nice and powdered as well. And then I'm going to powder that. And I'm just going to powder the center of her face. I've worked with this foundation before, so I know that it has a nice matte finish to it and doesn't need a lot of powder, so I'm really just going to concentrate that down the center of her face. If you have particularly oily skin, and you know that you get very shiny, then you're probably going to want to powder all areas of the face. So to recap on this base application that we did on Claudia, we started with the CHIC.TV concealer in Ivory and Beige under her eye area and on top of the lids. And then we used a mixture of mostly number 4 Perfect Vanilla in the Givenchy Photo Perfection with a tiny bit of the number 7 Perfect Gold. And then we finished it by setting the center area of her face with a loose setting powder, making sure that there were no creases on her eye before we applied the powder to her eye area. So thank you, Claudia, my lovely model. I'm Emily Ansel, New York City makeup artist. Thank you for watching.